Memories are like weightless feathers. They come so randomly when we expect them in the least, filling our souls with vivacity and sometimes melancholy. There is a certain fun in rediscovering memories, to look into the kaleidoscope, to see what we are. How did we transition ourselves? My childhood, as I can see, is far away. See, from the alleyways of lost memories, sentient beings would pop up, and the image of my grandmother is one of them. I was born in the 90s to a joint family in India. I was strictly forbidden to watch TV as my grandmother was an adamant and strict woman. I was not a bad student and I was very conscientious, so I never cheated on any exam. I presume I was an introvert and had hardly 3 to 5 friends during my school days. But how did it all begin? There are points in everyone's lives, certain signposts directing us towards an eternal destination. Our entire beings would revolve around them, like decisions we should have taken at a critical point of time but now lost amid time. It would have changed us, giving us new personalities and perspectives. If we did take a good decision, we have all the right to feel proud about that and can now live in the way we want. In my life, there exists one such point, and I still remember those days as memories do not die easily. It was 2007. I was studying in the 7th standard. My father had gifted me a personal computer with 80 GB hard disk and 512 MB RAM. Instead of playing games or practicing Microsoft applications, I started copying videos and MP3s from CDs. I was young, carefree, and passionate. My tryst with video editing starts from this period. The seeds that lay dormant till the opportune moment had blossomed into their entirety. I used to frequently go to the internet caves and Google terms such as how to trim videos or MP3 for ringtones, and thereby learned about this art of video editing. I used to download the trial versions in my 1 GB pen drive and install them later in my home computer. I soon became the savest kid among my peers as I trimmed, converted, and copied the media files to mobile phones. One day, I suddenly had an idea. I thought about displaying the wedding images of my parents on TV so that I could surprise them. For that, I have Googled how to display pictures on TV with music and stumbled upon a blog and read that this could be done using an application known as Windows Movie Maker also, which is already installed on my home computer. Then I took pictures from my father's Sony Ericsson Walkman series phone and placed one favorite song of my mother as the background track, exported it, and played it on TV using a CD player. This might seem silly to the kids of this generation who are surrounded by gadgets of various kinds, such as smartphones, tabs, computers, and laptops. We can easily make even short films these days at reduced cost. But those days, a 7th standard student doing these things was something rare, at least in our community, and people used to charge money for such services. So I learned the nonsenses of these things within 1 month after getting my home computer. My father was elated and used to show the slideshow video to every relative who chanced to pass by. I got praised by so many people, Soon after getting lots of appreciation, my mind veered towards video creation. Today, when I look back, those efforts certainly look puny or tiny, but that was the solid foundation from which I managed to develop. I started going to internet cafe almost regularly and explored almost all the video editing applications which are available back then, which had a trial version basically. I would install them in my home computer and experiment with different transitions. Now, if you ask me, my favorite application of that time was Corel ULEAD Studio 11 Plus. Then there was the Pinnacle Studio with crazy 3D transitions, and I got the moniker of the most creative person in the group because I used to upgrade my videos every time using the application's features and transitions. Video editing, like a conjurer of sorts, enchanted me so much that it occupied my mind all the time. This went on till 2010. I was in class 10 and spent most of my pocket money on surfing the internet. I somehow by then managed to convince my father to get an internet connection, and he caved in after so many pleas from my side. My horizons began to expand as I blazed through the maze of the 512 kbps data plan and got exposed to a variety of things related to video editing. Learned to master some effects and studied the art of even image editing. I learned some basics of Adobe Photoshop and started doing lots of image based works. But sadly, my internet speed wasn't enough. I even brood over those times when I used to keep my computer switched on for the whole night just to download some effects packs or some new video editing applications. Sometimes the download used to get cancelled even after downloading 80% or 90%, and due to all of this above, as I was exposing my computer to work relentlessly, it died. Technically speaking, the SMPS, which is used to power all the components of the CPU, stopped working, and we called a technician, and for him it took hardly less than 30 minutes to repair and fix the new SMPS. I found out that he has charged us a hefty sum. Observing his antics, I became very curious about the hardware part of the computers. And then later on, I had done my diploma in hardware and networking along with graphic designing from a local institute. My basics were strong and I almost became an autodidact using the internet as my guide. I started to learn video editing in depth and used to format the computers of my relatives as well as of my friends for free of cost. I used to assemble and build PCs charging justly. That's all in this episode, guys, as I don't want to stretch it more and make you bored. In the next episode, I will talk about my intermediate days, which have played an important role in choosing video editing as a profession. And if you like this episode, then I'm damn sure that you will like the next episode. Until then, subscribe and stay connected. Thank you.